And we back. We back. And we back. We back. Oh yeah, we back. We back. We just checking the audio, making sure audio sounding good right now. We back. We just checking. All right. Sounds wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is CJ Kyles, checking in once again, back with another video. Live stream. Excuse me, it's early. But when I saw this video, I just could not wait. I could not wait, boys and girls. One thing I need y'all to do is when y'all come on through, please hit that like button, notification bell. Let the people know that you like what we doing over here. Good morning to anybody who may be watching. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good show today. First thing I like to do is put some respect on Kendra G's name. Kendra G has her shows on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. They're called Singles Live. And at first, I was not a fan of the show. At first. But I want to take this opportunity to really put some respect on her name because to me, in my opinion, this woman is doing a service. I am one of her biggest fans now. Like, really. She is doing a service. And to be honest with you, I think every man in America, especially all the successful, well-to-do men out there, should be watching her show on a regular basis, especially if you are a single, successful, well-to-do man. Because her shows are not just shows, ladies and gentlemen. Her shows are warnings. They're warnings. To not only men, though, there are warnings to women, too. All the successful women out there, they get some crazy people on there as well. Now, I just want to let y'all know what we'll be doing today. I'll be going over a Kendra G clip. Fair use. But I have a poll in the YouTube chat. It's pinned to the chat. Now, if any female nurses happen to want to come through and call in, then fine, but you must be on camera. I have no issue with that. And hell, if you're a woman, period, and you are a high earning woman, once again, and you refuse to date a man that's making less than you, then call on in. I got time today. Well, not too much time because I got to go get a haircut and work out, but I got a little bit of time today. Now, I actually was going to save this for a panel show, but I ain't got time to wait on niggas. I could probably be a lot bigger than what I am right now if I simply did more collaborations, but I don't be having time to wait on niggas and go by other niggas' schedules. I just can't do it. I will one man band this thing. Now, shout out to the homies King Gene and Nurse Roxy. They are riders, you know what I'm saying? I love them to death. So whenever they want to pull up, they always welcome. But I'll probably be a lot bigger if I did more collabs, but I don't got time to be going back and forth with niggas and all that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. But hey, we rocking over here. But listen, my name is CJ, aka the High Value Nurse on this side of YouTube. I am a licensed practical nurse in transition to getting his RN. And what we do over here is 85% of the time we talk about nursing. The other 15% of this channel is dedicated to self-improvement and podcasts that have nothing to do with nursing, the dumb stuff, if you will. Now, we are going to get into it today because this clip that we'll be reacting to and breaking down comes from Kendra G Singles on, I believe, Instagram show, and a female nurse pulled up. A female nurse pulled up, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to give you a quick synopsis of what happened, but on this single show, for those who may not be familiar, which you should be by now, but if you're not familiar, Kendra G runs a weekly show where she lets people pull up on Instagram that are looking for love. And she goes through and she asks them a series of questions like, hey, how old are you? What's your zodiac sign? Um, what does she say? How many kids do you have? If they have children, how many baby daddies? And then it can get deeper. And then she'll say, well, is there a money requirement? Is there a look requirement? She'll just ask a series of questions and pretty much, breaking down, asking these individuals if they, asking these individuals what they look for in a mate. And at first I thought it was trolling. I thought it was a lot of trolling going on. I thought it was a lot of people just trolling, trying to get the spotlight for a few minutes. But then I started to realize that no, this is not trolling. This is exactly what people want. This is exactly what people want. This is what people are looking for. A lot of us have delusions of grandeur. Delusions of grandeur, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Baba T this morning, checking in once again. But I just think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. But please hit that like button. Let YouTube know what we're doing. And I have a question for all my ladies, all my female nurses out there, all my high earning women out there. What is the big deal about a man making less than six figures that you just cannot handle? What is the big deal? I really want to bring that to the table because the more and more I end up in these spaces, the more and more I start to talk to high earning, successful women. You'll have a few here and there that'll say, well, no, it doesn't really matter how much he makes as long as he's working. But those are very far and few in between. I'm really starting to hear that, no, he must make this. I went to school because I wanted a better life for myself. He must make this. I refuse to be in a relationship with the man making this much money when I can make this. But my question to you is, do you think in this climate that we are currently in, that is really that easy for just the average man to go out here and to make that kind of money, knowing that you really don't really want to contribute to the bills and the income of the household like that? Do you think it's that easy? Now, um, I have no problem with women wanting that. I have no issue with that. I have no issue with high earning women wanting what they want. I don't even think it's anything wrong with the men paying all the bills. I pay all the bills in my house. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's how it should go. And I don't feel that men should be in a situation with a woman if he cannot provide for himself and the household. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Now, I know that probably isn't too common because of the state that we're living in today. But what is it? Because I refuse to believe, and we've had this conversation before, but I just refuse to believe that in 2022 that there are not enough suitable men for these women. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that. Absolutely refuse. I don't believe that. I believe that we have been hypnotized by social media, by reality TV, by false realities that most people are not living. Kathy says they get intimidated. Currently dating a teacher, and he has a and he has a common sense and isn't trying to compete with me. But this whole sense of competition, where does it even come from? Listen, what happened to a time to where if a man liked you and you liked him and y'all vibed and y'all connected, then that's just what it was. Now, I do understand the financial aspect and the financial component of these situations. Women love security. That is what they look for. If they didn't feel like they had to go to school and get an education to be secure, because listen, I'm not going to just say it's the women's fault. It's not. It's not just the women's fault. But at the same time, we do have to take some sort of accountability from who we allow to for who we allow to sleep with us. I hear so many chicks say, "Well, I didn't know he was like this. We had a baby and he changed." Where is the female intuition when you need it? Where is it when you need it? Now, on the other hand, you niggas running around just making babies all reckless and being irresponsible with your seed. That's not the business either. And that is why young, successful men need to watch Kendra G's show. That is a warning to you men on what not to do and who not to date. Now, again, there are good people that come on the show. There are good people that seem like great catches that come on the show. But when you have those lunatics that come on the show, those are warnings, ladies and gentlemen, especially to the young, successful black man who has no children. You need to avoid some of the nonsense that comes with that. Real talk. Real talk. Now, the lady we're going to be looking at today, I don't think she was too bad. I don't think she was too bad. She's successful. She's a travel nurse. She makes a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I just think she just lives in a space where, like a lot of nurses do, they live in delusion. Myself included at one point, live in delusion. I don't think she was a bad catch per se. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she had two children. I wouldn't date a woman with two children, but I know a lot of men that would. You know what I'm saying? And she was married once from what we're about to see. And I think that she had one from a high school sweetheart. I know a lot of guys that's not a deal breaker for it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't advise any man with no children to do it. But a lot of men, that's not a deal breaker. Kids are not a deal breaker for a lot of guys out there. And they will still date you if you have, you know, children. Especially if you were married once and you got a bunch of kids and they were by your husband and everything like that. You didn't have 4, 5, 6, 7 baby daddies and everything like that. So, uh, but again, to the single, successful, no kids having men out there, I would avoid that at all costs. You need to start your own families, in my opinion. Now, some of y'all may not agree, and that's fine. But we're gonna get into it. We are going to get into it. Kendra G, this is fair use. I'm not gonna take your whole video and play it. That's why I'm giving commentary well beforehand and well after. But if you want me to take it down, I will take it down. I will not monetize this joint. Just let me know because I do respect what you are doing and I enjoy what you're doing as well. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. I am going to share the screen and get this up here. Now, this woman, she says she refused to date a man making less than her out of fear of being used, boys and girls. Out of fear of being used. So I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to be quiet for a second and let this rock. So let's get into it.
What's your name, babe? Carrie. Carrie, where you calling us from? calling from Atlantic City. Well, I'm in Jersey, South Jersey, but I'm
South
at a
Jersey.
casino.
How old are you?
41,
41. Do you have any kids?
2,
2 kids. Are you at the casino right now?
right?
How old are
I'm
your kids?
22 and 18.
Why are you calling? See, this is what I have a problem with. If somebody's conducting a show and you are a fan of their show, why are you not respectful enough to the host to go to a quiet environment? Why would you get on someone's broadcast where hundreds and thousands of people are watching and you want to be in an environment where there's music playing and the algorithm can catch it? Like why do that? That's very tacky and distasteful to the host. If it was me, I would have cut her off. She wouldn't even been in my live. But, respect to her because she's allowing this to continue. But, it is what it is. Like that's very to me, that's very distasteful. But we'll continue. She's in a casino, 41 years old, 2 kids. This is where we're at so far. So let's get back into it.
Wipe your phone off for me.
What? My phone off. Wait.
Yes.
All right. Here. We
Are
good?
your kids by the same? That's better. Are your kids by the same guy?
No, my first is 22. She's by my high school sweetheart, and my second is by my ex-husband.
Okay. When's your birthday,
Yeah.
Carrie?
3 weeks exactly, April 9th.
Okay. All right. So her first child is by her high school sweetheart. Her first child is an adult, 22, 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? She's 41. She had the baby at 22. She had it around 18, 19. Baby's grown. Cool. That's not a deal breaker for a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? Grown, especially if you got a man that his children are grown. And I forgot what she said how old the other child was. Let me see.
Okay. When's your birthday,
Yeah.
Carrie?
Hold on.
Sweetheart, and my second is by my ex-husband.
Okay. When's your birthday,
Yeah.
Carrie?
Here. We
Are your
good?
kids by the same? That's better. Are your kids by the same guy?
No, my first is 22. She's by my high school sweetheart, and my second is by my ex-husband.
Okay. When's your birthday,
Yeah.
Carrie?
3 weeks exactly, April 9th.
Okay, so she never mentioned how old the other baby was. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm assuming she's probably at least a teenager, or maybe she's young. We don't know, but at least the oldest one is an adult. So, and she's not a bad looking sister. She's not a bad looking sister. She's not ugly, anything like that. I'm sure there are plenty of men who would be willing to make her a wife. But let's just continue. Let's continue.
So is that an Aries?
Yes.
All right. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a RN. I'm a travel nurse.
A RN travel nurse. She's in South.
Shout out to all the travel nurses out there trying to find love while traveling in Atlantic City in the casino doing the thug dizzle. I'm not mad at Carrie. I am not mad at Carrie. Carrie deserves to be happy. I'm not mad at her. She's in Atlantic City. She's in a casino, and I don't agree with her being in a casino while she's doing a live show, but whatever. That wasn't no slack off Kendra's back, but Carrie is doing her thing. Nice looking woman. Seems like she has a lot going for herself. A travel nurse, so you got to have some level of intelligence to do that. And she wants a dude. Nothing wrong with that. She has herself together. I believe she comes along a lot better than 90% of the women that come on this show. Half of them don't got jobs and all that kind of stuff. Half of them look crazy and want a man to take care of them and all that kind of stuff. No, Carrie has herself together. This is not a knock on Carrie personally. But let's finish.
Jersey, 41,
Yeah.
RN travel nurse, 2 kids, 28, 18, is an Aries. What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for a man that is for me. I don't want a man that's for everybody. I need somebody that's like, stop blowing the smoke on me. Look, she over here vaping is blowing this damn smoke on me. I need a man.
This is where you lose me. This is where you, that is very disrespectful. I would have cut her the hell off. You trying to be serious about finding love. This is a business this woman is running. This is her show. Why would you not have enough courtesy to respect the hers? Talking about the host talking about you blowing smoke over here. Niggas all in the camera doing all that. Like, come on, bro. Come on. This is what I'm talking about. Crazy. Let's continue.
Yeah. I need a man that's for me. You know what I mean? I don't like a man that everybody knows. So I need somebody that's honest, somebody God fearing, somebody that's, that's marriage minded. I was married before, so I want somebody that's, you know what I mean? Like just really like about to be like just me and him in our own little world, doing our own little thing with no drama.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to give my commentary in between time because that's how YouTube works. This is fair use. Fair use. I can't just rip the woman's whole video and let the joint play. I have to give commentary and I have to give my perspective in order to let this fly. So that is why, if you are wondering why I keep stopping it in between time, now what she's saying is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. She wants a man that's marriage minded. She has two children, one by her high school sweetheart when she was young, the other one, she was married. Cool. That's not a deal breaker for a lot of guys. She wants a man that's hers, just hers. All right, fine. That's where we are with that. I don't think that's too much to ask for so far. I don't think that's too much to ask for so far. I don't like all the smoke blowing in the middle of the camera and all that type of shit, but whatever, it is what it is. But I don't think this woman is wrong so far. All right, let's continue. Let's see where this goes.
What's some deal breakers for you?
Um, Smoking weed every day. Smoking
That's a deal breaker for me. Can't do no weed head. Okay, continue.
cigarettes. Dishonesty. I don't want to die bod because I don't have a bomb bod. You know what I mean?
She says she doesn't want a dad bod because she does not have a mom bod. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now we can't see what her body actually looks like, but if she's a woman that's in shape, she works out, she goes to the gym, and she says she wants a man that's in shape, I'm not mad at her for that. Because you'll have some chicks that come on this show that are shaped like Shrek, and then they'll say that, well, I want a man that's built like Morris Chestnut. No. I think this woman is being reasonable in what she's asking for. She doesn't look like she's out of shapes, but you can only assume from the neck up. It is what it is. I'm not mad at her for that. I think she's right on point so far. But we are still in the middle of the deal breakers, which is by far my favorite part of Kendra's show.
um, yeah, like somebody that's like, I don't, I just don't want no bullshit, Kendra.
Okay, can he have kids already?
He can have kids. They got to be grown kids.
Cool. Grown kids. The man can have children. She has children. She's being reasonable. This is reasonable right here. Back when Kevin Samuels was doing his show, some of these women would say they got 4, 5 kids, but they don't want to deal with nobody else kids and baby mama issues. What? What? This woman's being very reasonable so far. So far. Let's continue.
What's the
Like
age? What's the youngest?
15.
Oh, excuse me, 15. So they gotta be in South Jersey?
Okay. 15 is the youngest she'll date. No, not date. Not date, excuse me. 15 is the youngest kid that he can have. So I'm assuming that her youngest is probably around 15, 16 years of age. Cool, almost grown. So that way, any man who's getting her, one child is grown, and they don't have to really deal with the too much of a, kid aspect around the house for too much longer because they're teenagers and they're pretty much grown at that point. So it is what it is. All right, fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's reasonable.
See?
No, I like to travel.
Okay. How much money the man got to make?
Over 100,000.
Over 100K?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this is where it starts to get good. Did you see the look on Kendra's face? I don't think Kendra's married or anything like that, and I don't think she. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if she's dating. I don't know what her personal situation is, but she's looking like chick. I ain't even got $100,000 dude. A dude that's making six figures right now. What's the chances of you getting one? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But this is where it gets good because she's saying that he must make over 100K. Over 100K. And I'm starting to think that when a lot of these women say this, especially women that are nurses or they are in this field, they say it, and I'm going to get back to the video. They say it because they are around people that make that much money. Not more so men, because nursing is a female dominated field, but they are around people that make that much money. So then they assume that the world should make that much money, right? When that's not logical, because that's delusion. But I'm going to let this lady finish telling y'all what she wants. Let's get back to it.
Is that too much to ask for? Shit, I make good money, so he got to make good money. So together we will make great money.
Here's the thing, and women get mad when I say this. It's not too much to
Say it.
Let me stop it right there. Let me stop. She said, is that too much to ask? Mind you, we are in the state. Now, what she's entitled to want what she wants. Nobody's mad at her for that. But she says, is that too much to ask? And I just want to remind you of the current situations that we are in. That we are in. Boy. Gas is $6 in Michigan almost. It's $8 in the West Coast. I think this woman is from Jersey. I believe she said that she was from New Jersey. And if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Gas prices in New Jersey. The average gas price in New Jersey is $4.90. Just Googled it, did some research. So yeah, this is not growing on trees, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying that this is what she's wrong for wanting it, but I just want to bring the reality down. Us six-figure earners don't just walk around every day. You can't just pick them off trees. Sorry. Sorry. It's not like that. And Kendra was like, see, this is what happens. This is what happens. And Kendra is she's about to talk to her. She's about to talk to her. And I feel like she is being and is going to be very respectful, but give her a little bit of reality. Because Kendra asked some great questions that um she asked some really good questions. So I'm gonna let that go.
not too much to ask for. It's just that the man that makes 100K doesn't care about your money and he has a lot of options.
Right.
So he has to be a man that desires you. And not saying that there's not a man that makes 100K that doesn't desire you, right?
Right.
But does he desire you and only you? Are you open to an open relationship?
No, I want my own man.
Okay, now I know we have the narrative of I know there's a narrative of men who make six figures and who make a lot of money, um, that they are notorious cheaters. I like to say I don't think that's the case, to be honest. Um, because again, a lot of those men are working. A lot of those men are working a lot. Are there some out there? I'm sure. But I don't think every single man out here making six figures is out here just slaying women. If you ask me, That's more broke men than anybody. Broke men have the most women and probably have the most sex because they have more time on their hands to do so. If you a man working 60 hours, 70 hours, 80 hours a week, you ain't really got that kind of time to slang women every 20 minutes. It's not enough time in the day. It's not enough hours in the week. It's just not happening like that. Point blank, period. Now, again, not to say that it can't happen, but what something that she did say was right. Kendra said that most of those men have a lot of options, and that is true. They do. They do. But that's not to say that this woman can't find her a six-figure earner that is just for her and only for her. I'm not saying that, but she just really has to understand uh the logic behind what she's asking for and what may come with it. And I think that is what Kendra is trying to convey to this woman here on the screen.
That's
Okay,
gonna want me.
that's just how much you. Did you have? When's the last time you been in that dynamic?
What?
Ooh. She said, when the last time you been in it? Ooh. Not now. This is where it's about to get good.
Dynamic.
The old man that wanted you.
My last relationship was 4 months ago
Why did it end?
because he he was on some bullshit.
So you didn't want you then. You wanted something else too then.
Is Kendra G turning into the female Kevin Samuels? Is Kendra G turning into the female Kevin Samuels? Listen, I'm a fan. I am a legit bona fide fan. So he didn't want you then, not just for you. That's a legit question, if you ask me.
No, he wanted a fucking allowance, and I was like, "Bitch, I'm not your mother."
Oh boy. All right. A foul mouth. The masculine energy is coming, is starting to project through. Maybe she felt attacked when Kendra asked these questions. It sounds like she got defensive, but she told it. She said the man wanted an allowance. An allowance. According to her, and there are always two sides to every story. But according to her, because that's the only side of the story we have, the last man that she dealt with wanted an allowance. Is niggas out here really seeking an allowance from women now? Because I know we have some women that do live in a delusion of grandeur, but damn, I know all of them ain't lying. Are some of these dudes really out here asking another woman for allowance? Mm. Well, all right.
Right?
So he
'cause
wanted
he
you to
thought-
pay him.
Right. He wanted me to pay for dick, and I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Respect the pimping. I can't get mad at that. Respect to the pimping. I cannot be mad at that if you allow it. Now, I'm not a hater of Pookie and Ray Ray. A lot of these dudes in these spaces hate on Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm not mad at Pookie and Ray Ray. Get what you can. Get what you can. All you house husbands out there and all the women that's giving you money. I'm not mad at you, bruh. Do what you do. I salute you. Get what you can. But clearly, this woman on the screen is saying that she is not doing it. She's not paying for it. Mind you, successful. She seems pretty to me. She has two children, 41 years of age, a travel nurse, makes over $100,000 a year. Makes over 100K a year. Ladies, if you want to chime in, the link is in the description or in the live chat. Come through. Do you agree with this woman? Shout out to the Blooming Ebony in the building. If you want to chime in, you ain't got to be on camera, Blooming, because I know you. But if you want to chime in, please come through. Give your opinion on this woman. Yeah, my mom told me that you met her. You met her. Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, so what y'all think? What y'all think? She says she's not paying for penis. And this is when the masculine energy started to come out. This is when it started to come out, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? This is great because this needs to be seen. But again, a woman that is that successful, having issues finding a mate, she's not the only one. She's not the only one. I know several. I've seen several. A woman that is that successful. I've seen it. I've seen it plenty of times. Um, she said, "You, is she a leftover?" I don't think this woman is a leftover. I think this woman could get a good guy um, if she just understood the levels to what she's asking for. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. So, okay. Dude said it's a bad deal. y'all, y'all gonna be ruthless today. I see on a Saturday morning. 100K guy. He said for 100K guy, that's a bad deal. Is it a bad deal? Now listen. Now listen. I don't know if this woman is on the whole. He has to pay all the bills. She's 100K woman. She wants 100K guy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and her kids are almost grown. One is grown. The other one, I believe, is almost grown. Maybe some situations could work out again. And I don't know. I don't know. Let's get it. Let's finish this. Let's get into it.
Right.
So you make 100K yourself?
I make over 100K. Yes.
That's the unfortunate problem you have.
Right.
Because
Right. So when you date a man that makes less than what you're making, then it becomes a problem. He sees what you're making. He thinks that, you know what I mean? Oh, she got money, so whatever. But I'm not. I ain't never paid for dick, Ken. I'm never gonna pay for dick. So
Yeah. Yeah, when you dealing with a certain man that make less than you, he's gonna take you for everything you got, as he should. I gotta respect the pimping. This is why I don't get mad at Pookie and Ray Ray, because people as a whole has to choose wisely. We have to choose wisely, ladies and gentlemen. The world does not care about what we know and what we don't know. Clearly, we have to choose wisely. Please hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen, on the way in, on the way out. I would greatly appreciate that. But she says she is not paying for penis. For 4 months, you were, dear. Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. And this is why I say, sex will eventually get old, especially to women that have uh, a lot of money. Women that are high earners, eventually it will get old because you still have to fund a lifestyle for him. And most women don't like coming up out them pockets like that. Not like how a man is willing to. Most women do not like coming out them pockets like that if they don't have to. I'm going to keep it real with you. It's only so long you can beat that box until this woman is like, all right, nigga. All right. Nah. Okay. You need $1,200 today. Eventually, she will get tired of it. May not be today. May not be tomorrow. It may not be next year. It may not even be 5 years from now. But eventually, she is going to get tired of fitting the bill because most women do not want to spend their own money if they don't have to. Point blank, period. Says she's too masculine. uh, it's a bad deal. Not 100K guy. She's too masculine. She's looking for a simp. It's the attitude. It will be hard for these women to find with a horrible attitude. If they don't know what she let's see, if they don't know what she fee makes, they couldn't ask her for money. Oh, if they don't know what fee she makes, she couldn't ask for money. She's attracting that. Her money is the only thing about herself that she is proud of. Wow. That's a good point. That's a good point. My dog calling me. I gotta call you back, bruh. It's the attitude. It's hard for these kind of women to find a mate with a nasty attitude. Mm. Let's continue.
Oh no, I'm not. Listen, here's the deal. I'm not telling you to pay for penis either. To be clear, right?
Right.
I'm not telling you to be. I'm not telling you to pay for penis. I had a very emotional conversation about the data in which I learned. Right. So I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a therapist. All I am is a professional journalist that hosts a dating show that I've been hosting for 2 years now. And with the data that I learned, it's more difficult for women to find a man that makes that amount of money to be faithful. You
Right.
can potentially date a guy that's gonna make what you have and more, but if you ain't, but
Now, here's the thing: if she's turning away from Kendra, and Kendra is really trying to lace her with game, it really seems like she's not listening. She's distracted. She didn't even have enough courtesy to go into a quiet room so she can really entertain a conversation with this woman who's trying to give her some game as a woman and from a woman's perspective. Then is she going to listen to a man making less than her? Let's keep it real. Is she really going to listen to a man? Is she really going to submit to a man making less than her? At least she's honest about that, saying that she wants somebody that's over 100 grand. She won't even pay attention to a nigga making less for a while. For a while. I mean, the last dude that she and really take seriously, because I'm sure that man that she was with in a relationship with 4 months ago, she was probably running amok with him until eventually she got tired. That's what I'm saying, is that eventually the sex will get old. And after the years have passed and everything like that, you want, and I'm not talking about her specifically, but after the years have passed and the streets done claim most of your good years and a couple babies have been had and everything like that, then the $100,000 guy, this is when you want 6 figures. No, young men that are successful, that have no children, that are on the rise, do not deal with these kind of women. Don't do it. Young ladies, do not put yourself in a predicament to be this kind of woman. Please don't do it. Don't be in a position like that. Because again, this is not a bad looking woman, but it's the attitude. It's the attitude that she's displaying to another woman that's trying to lace her with game. She ain't talking to a man. Kendra not being disrespectful. She's talking to her at a very good tone, because that's what people complain about. It's the tone, it's the way you say it. Well, she's delivering it in a different kind of way. It's not happening, boys and girls. Let's continue.
more than likely he might want to sleep with other women. So then
Right.
you have to ask your question. You have to ask yourself the question: would you tolerate that? Then you might find a guy that will be faithful, treat you great, but he may not make as much as you. Does that matter to you more? He can be faithful, but he's not going to make as much. So
Right.
the unfortunate thing, and I say this because the type of black man you will want, I'm assuming you want to date a black man, right?
It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm Jamaican.
You're open.
Right. No, I mean, I'm open. I'm Jamaican. So, like, being relatable to a man in the Caribbean is very important to me. But I'm not, like, I wouldn't be like, oh, no, I wouldn't want to date a white man. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's not a deal breaker for me dating a white man. I've dated white men before. Um, about the money situation, like, if he's willing to do what needs to be done, I don't mind helping somebody. Like, I'm a nurturer, so I don't mind helping somebody.
I'm calling Cap. This woman is 41 years old. She's not trying to help nobody. She's not trying to help a man get his weight up in that aspect. Otherwise, she wouldn't be on this show, because she could have helped the nigga that she was already with. I call Cap on that. She is not trying to help a man get his weight up. She's not trying to build a man. She wants a man that's already established. Now, I believe she's just saying that to entertain Kendra, but she don't want to build no man. And listen, it's nothing wrong with not wanting to build a man. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad. Listen, majority of what she said is I don't really have an argument for, because I believe that some of the things that she is asking for, I believe she is, she has the right. I mean, she can ask for anything she want, but I don't think some of the things she was asking for was too much. She said he could have kids. She didn't mind that. She says she didn't have a mom bod, so she doesn't want a dad bod. Okay. If she's in shape and she really wants a guy that's in shape and she is in shape, I don't think that's too much to ask. You know what I'm saying? It was the only thing really, besides the listening and being rude and everything like that by having it, broadcast in a casino. But the only thing I really disagree with is the whole he has to make over 100K, because that's simply not the reality for most people. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to all the ladies in the chat that are watching. Shout out to all the dudes in the chat that are watching. I appreciate y'all rocking with me this morning on a Saturday. Y'all could be doing anything. Y'all could have been doing anything, but let's get into it.
Somebody, but if he wants to feel entitled to what I have, because I do have everything, I don't need a man necessarily for anything. I've always made more than the men that I've dated, because I've always been a go-getter, you know what I mean? So I find that when I date men that make less money than I do, like they feel entitled to what I have, which I don't appreciate, because you didn't get me to where I'm at this point.
Now, I'm not mad at her right here. I must be fair. I cannot necessarily disagree with what she's saying at that point, because nobody is entitled to what you have, especially if you didn't work with me to get it. That part, I'm not mad at her for feeling that way. I don't think that's the issue here, but it's just the fact that will you be willing to tolerate a man who may potentially treat you good, but makes less than you? You know what I'm saying? Kendra is being reasonable and saying, well, it's a lot of the time these men who make a lot of money, they tend to have a lot of women, they tend to cheat, which I don't necessarily agree with 100%. I feel like those men don't have a lot of time, but because I work 60, 70 hours a week. I barely sleep in my own bed. So, I mean, I get that part of the game, but yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with her on that part though. You shouldn't be entitled. I don't think a man should be going around trying to get what a woman has and what she's worked for and everything like that, trying to mooch, trying to leech. I'm not into that business. I don't believe in that. I don't think a man should even entertain a relationship if he can't take care of himself or her or his woman. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we find that out later. But it is what it is. Now that I know and I know better, I want to try to help the young guys that are in situations. And I don't believe, sir, to all the fellas out there, you should even be entertaining relationships that hold on, it's a nurse, hold on, that I want their opinion. I don't believe you should even be entertaining relationships though. If you can't take care of yourself on your own, off your own income. That's just me.
So when I'm dating somebody, I want somebody that's gonna build with me, even though I'm already built. I don't mind helping somebody.
So real quick, you're a beautiful
Yes.
girl. I'm assuming you dated men that made over $100,000, right?
I've dated millionaires, right?
Okay, so why
Okay. How come every girl that dates, not every, but how come all these chicks say they date millionaires? I've never seen in my life some of the most millionaire dating women. I've seen so many women saying they date millionaires or they've dated millionaires. Where are these niggas at? Like they like I guarantee you, out of 10 women, if you go out and go up and walk up to 10 women, and out of 10 women, at least 7 of them will say, yeah. I've dated a millionaire. I've had relationships with millionaires, but they be single. Where are these niggas at? Multiple millionaires you've dated. and you couldn't get one millionaire to say, you know what, this is the one I want to rock with. How come all these shit? I know so many girls who have claimed to have dated millionaires. Where are these niggas at?
Why did those relationships work? What was the challenges you had with dating millionaires?
They were too busy.
Okay.
Right.
And were they sleeping with other women too?
No, I find that they just didn't have time. They were too busy making money.
So let's really break this down. The reason that she's not with the millionaire is, or she couldn't be with the millionaire, is because he's busy. He's too busy making money. Well, ma'am, that's what millionaires do. That's what men who are on the grind do. That's what men who are making 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K, 500K, 600K, 700K, 800K, 900K, a million do. They work. Rest in peace to the Godfather, but he said you can't have it all. Can't have it all. So you want a millionaire man, or you want a man that makes over six figures and you don't want him to work. You want him to have a lot of time on his hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I know millionaires that work harder than most people that literally don't have the time to to entertain the bullshit. Most of these niggas making that kind of money, they're not going to be able to spend every day, every moment, every second with you. And see, this is the lie. This is the lie that we've been given and we've been told. The whole Tyler Perry aspect that you can go out here and do what you want, and some light-skinned nigga with terrible braids will come save you and whisk you off into this millionaire lifestyle. How old do you have to be to wake up from that fantasy? Like, really, at what age do we wake up from that fantasy and realize that it's just a fantasy? How old do we have to be? Huh?
But you still want a man that is going to be in that way.
I need him to do both.
Have you ever found that?
That's why I'm here.
He doesn't exist.
Oh, she said, I need him to do both. You want Superman. Ma'am, it's not real. I need him to make a lot of money and have a lot of time. You can't have both. Even these men with passive income sources that don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time to make money, they're still busy. You have to choose. I am gone from my house most days of the week. My chick has to entertain herself. But when it's time for us to link up, when we do go on our vacation, that is our time. But she knows that the grind is real. That's why I don't be doing 12-hour live streams and all that kind of stuff. I'm getting to the bag. Not saying that that's not a bag, but I can't do it. I just simply don't have the time. I wish I could one day when that's getting me a lot of money, then maybe. But no, I just don't have the time. And that's what happens when you deal with a man with a lot of resources. He has to go out here and actually go get them. He has to go get them. I know that sounds like a fantasy that I know that sounds rare because it is, but this whole he can spend 40 hours with you and still make a lot of money. No, man, unless that man is born into inherent wealth, then that's not it. That's not it. Most of us still have to get up and get out of here and work and grind. Grind. Yeah. But this is the struggle of a woman that makes a lot of money because they are fighting their inner hypergamy. And I'm not trying to get off on some red pill talking points, but this is called hypergamy. When you have a relatively decent looking woman who makes a lot of money, who's fought and clawed her way to make a lot of money, and now she wants the best option that she can possibly attain. But not only does she want the best option, she wants the option that is better than her. If you're not doing at least what I'm doing here, and I'm financially here, I'm at 100K right here, and you're not at least 100 or 150, I don't want to deal with you because I've worked to get to this level. Why shouldn't I have that? And I'm not mad at them for wanting that. But that's inner hypergamy. That's the hypergamy she's finding. This is what happens when you have the numbers that are not in your favor clash against the hypergamy that is within you. You have this situation right here. Some women understand that better than others. Some women know their levels, and it is what it is. Let's talk about it.
He
Because
can.
the man that makes a lot of money is going to be a busy man.
He
How
can
else
be.
is he going to make a lot of money and not be busy?
Kendra, I make good money and I'm not always busy.
This is the delusion of a nurse. Because most nurses don't have the same schedule. Most people have to work 5 and 6 days a week to maintain. Some nurses work 3, 4 days and call it a day and can still maintain a decent lifestyle, a good lifestyle. This is where the delusion factors of nurses particularly come in. You cannot put those kind of standards on other people. Now, see, me as a nurse, I don't just take those 3 and 4 days and keep it pushing, go spend time. No. I'm still grinding because that's just what I do. But this is the issue that a lot of nurses are having. I can make money and don't have to go out here and have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones that take care of themselves, that do what they got to do, maybe don't live above their means and everything like that. I can go out here and make a good wage and still have a lot of time. I expect that man to do the same thing. That is not reality. Stop putting those expectations on people when we live in a world where the average rent is almost $1,500. Y'all got to stop that. That's not real. Not saying that all these nurses are like that, but this is not real. Like she said, I want him to make a lot of money and have time. What? What? No. Pick your poison. If this is what you want a man to have more time, get you an average earning man. What's wrong with that? A man that can still hold his weight, y'all split bills, and y'all just have a good life together. What is wrong with that? You work your 36 hours a week. He work his 40 hours a week. Y'all go half on the rent, the light bill, the gas, the cable, the phone bill, the car note. Y'all take your little trips every now and then, and y'all live happily ever after. What is wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know.
You
You're
make
not a
time.
man.
You right, but you make time for what you want to make time for.
Has that happened?
Ooh, has that happened? Is Kendra G becoming the new Kevin Samuels? Are we about to start calling Kendra G Kendra Samuels? And I know Kendra's in her own lane, but successful men, pay attention, especially to the young ones that have no children. Pay attention. You need to be watching Kendra G shows and studying them like a class. Because what this is a master class Kendra is conducting. Y'all need to be watching. I want everybody to go over to Kendra G's channel and subscribe to it. This is a master class right now. Whew. And I'm just so glad it's with a nurse because I'm a nurse and I talk about nurse content. So yeah.
Don't do that. That's why I'm here.
Don't do that. That's why I'm here. She didn't like that. Has it happened yet? Don't do that. That's why I'm here. Look at the look on her face. Eyes all wide, bucked. She ain't like that one. That stung. That stung a little bit. Ooh, that's why I'm here. She didn't like that one too much, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to ask you a question because my thing is you know this already. You make a certain amount of money. You told me you dated millionaire men.
Right.
Don't try to change the wheel.
No.
What you gotta decide is what are you willing to accept, right? If you want a millionaire man or a man that makes a certain amount of money, certain things come with that.
Right.
So if you want to accept that, then go that way. There's no judgment, but don't ask for the millionaire man to act like the guy that makes 50K. They're
Right.
different people. The 50K guy might be faithful, but then he wants money from you. You don't like that either, right? And I get that. I'm not saying you should like that.
Now, see, this is where Kendra kind of loses me. Why are they acting like the average earning man or a man that makes $50,000 is like some bum? That to me, that's maybe she don't mean it that way, but she said it like, well, the man who makes 50K, he's gonna ask for money from you. Like, come on. Stop that. It's that narrative right there. Like, come on. That's not cool. Because truth be told, a man who's making $50,000 in Michigan that is single can live a damn good life if you want to keep it a stack. If you want to keep it a stack, if he's by himself, he's single, making $50,000 in Michigan, he can live a good life. His rent, he can take him he can take him some trips. He probably take a trip once a month if he budget his money right. Trick off on some women every now and then, stack some money, invest. Stop it. So y'all cannot talk about the dudes that make that kind of paper. That ain't really the business. But let's get to it.
What I'm trying to challenge you to do is be honest with what you have experienced. I'm not telling you anything that you haven't experienced yourself.
Now look at that. Turning away, not paying attention to what she's saying. Turning away, not paying attention, looking elsewhere. Boy. Anyway, so 64% of women of the female nurses said they could date a man making less than them on my poll. 36% said no. 36% said no. 60% said yes. Okay. All right.
Right. I'm not looking for a millionaire man though.
So what are you looking for? A man that makes your amount of money?
Right. I want a man.
You dated that, but I feel like you've dated that man too.
I want a man that's motivated.
Okay.
Right.
So money doesn't matter no more.
That? No. It does matter because I like to do things. I like, you know what I mean? I like to go out. I like to travel. And travel
so
is not
that's going to be there for you regardless if you doesn't have the money isn't important?
Say that again.
Do y'all think she could deal with a man that can meet her halfway? Let's just say she met a man and she makes 150, he makes 150. But he was totally about 50-50. You pay for yours, I pay for mine. I enjoy your company though. When we link up, we link up. But that's it. Yeah. Do y'all think she could deal with a man with that mindset? I'm not really paying for you. You ain't got to pay for me. I got me. You got you. Let's just get up out of here. Have a good time. We got good chemistry together. We like to do what we do and we like to keep it pushing. Do y'all think she will be cool with that? Or does she want to be taken care of? Even though she does make this phenomenal money. She makes great money by herself on her own because she says she doesn't need a man for his money. So would she be okay with a man who just met her at where she's at? I'm not paying for you. You're not paying for me. Let's just do what we do and keep it pushing. All right.
So if a man is going to be there for you, but he doesn't have the money you make, is that important to you?
If we're dating and it's just me and him, I don't mind helping my man. That's not a problem for me.
She didn't answer the question. That was not the question. The question was, if the man you were dating treated you well and made less than you, would that be a problem? Would that be a problem? Blue Ebony says yes, she will do it. She's going to want to prove that she can take care of herself and she doesn't need him. She wants someone to compete with. Mm, all right.
Okay. When was your last relationship, Carrie?
4 months ago.
So why did that end?
It ended because he wanted what I had.
He made less money than you, right?
Right. And
okay, so that was a deal breaker.
Right. He kind of felt like he was entitled to the money that I had, which if you were being a good man, you shouldn't have to ask for what I have because it would just be given to you.
She said if you were a good man, you shouldn't have to ask. I give it to you. So the problem is he was asking and you be willing. So, okay, if a man made less, well, baby, I ain't asking. I expect you to just run these bill money and pay for these trips on your own, baby. You know, you said you didn't want to play it ask, so I'm not going to ask. I'm going to expect it because I'm a good man. Is she okay with that? Is that what she's saying? Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
You can have kids.
Yes.
You don't want no more kids, right?
No.
Okay. All right, Carrie. This is Carrie. What's the age range you want to date now?
35 to 50.
35 to 50. This is Carrie, South Jersey, 41, is an RN traveling nurse. She has 2 kids, 28, 18. Are you done with having kids?
Yeah. No, my kids are 22 and 18.
22?
22
and
18, 22, yes.
22 and 18, so her kid's grown. Oh, she ready to live her best life now. She done been tied down. She done went to nursing school, got that RN degree, BSN. Her kids is grown. She ready to live her life and get it popping. The problem is she don't want to pay for somebody else. Now, Bloomin' Ebony said that she deal with a dude meeting her halfway. Y'all think so too? I don't know. She may. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, her kids is grown. She don't want no more kids. She could potentially be a good catch for a man who is making what she's making. Maybe he has grown kids as well. He's doing well for himself. And he sees her. They can just go off and travel the world together. See, here's the thing. I don't think she's being too over the top with her wants. It's just the way she's doing it and the way she's asking for these things and how he must have this and how I refuse to break down. But as the conversation continued, she started to change up a little bit. I don't mind helping, which to me is cap. At this point in her life, she has grinded, she has sacrificed, she has become a nurse, she's accomplished things, she has raised her children are grown. She is not at 41 years old trying to build no man and trying to help no man. Let's keep it real. And I'm not mad at her. She shouldn't have to build a man. A man should already be built on his own before entertaining something like this. I agree with her there. I find myself more so agreeing with a lot of what she's saying more so than disagreeing. I disagree about what he must make more and how a man that makes less, he's gonna automatically be leeching off her. And that's not the case. It's not the case. Her kids is grown though. Yeah. I don't,
Apologize.
Right.
22 or 18. Same dad?
No, my daughter's with my high school sweetheart. My son is with my ex-husband.
Oh, you was married. When did you get
Yes.
divorced?
I got divorced in 2011.
Okay. All right. And then she's an Aries. Okay. Why do you think you're single, Carrie?
I think I'm single because I'm a little picky. I'm very straightforward. I don't take a lot of bullshit. I'm very loyal, sometimes to a fault. But you know what I mean? Like if I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you.
And this is just a me thing. This is just a me thing. I don't think it really deters anybody from, whatever. But the older I get, the less I start to like cussing, especially coming from a woman. Um, I'm starting to cuss less and less, and the more I just don't like hearing that coming from a female. And I don't. The older I get, like the older I get, the less and less I really start to like it. It's just not. Yeah, bitch, all that, fuck, nigga, like, I'm, like I heard that song the other day, FREE, fuck, nigga. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, the beat is cool and it's catchy, but all that cussing from women, I ain't really feeling that. But that's just a me thing. Some of these dudes don't care, and uh, Woman Ebony said most men don't like cussing. It's aggressive language. Men like softer women. Just the older I get, I'm just like, hey, bitch, fuck you, bitch. Like, okay, like, all right, fuck bitch, yeah, nigga, fuck you, like, all right.
If I'm not, then I'm just not. So that's it. Like I'm very honest, sometimes brutally honest, and a lot of men can't take that.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Um, because I'm just a very nurturing person. Like I said, if I am for you, I'm absolutely for you. I'm very loyal, very committed, and I'm like I said, I've been a wife before. I like to be a wife. I like to be just me and him in our own little world. Um, just it's just us. And who don't want a Jamaican girl? Like, why not? We cook, we love. Like, it's you know what I mean. It's good stuff. Anybody that's ever had a Jamaican woman, like they know what it is. He said, "I'm not a true Jamaican." What does that even mean?
I think you're a true Jamaican.
Listen, Kendra. Because of something that Jamaican tell anybody where I chat about me and Jamaica, tell them go suck out them woman straight.
And that's the problem right there. She saw something she didn't like. She started talking in patois, and you gonna suck on your mother's blood clot. Like, oh boy. That's when it goes left. This is what you will potentially have to deal with. And this is why this is a master class. Young men who are successful with no children, you don't want to entertain this. That whole masculine, you deceptible clot. And shout out to all my Jamaicans. All my, Jamaicans, I've never dealt with a Jamaican woman. I've never dated a Jamaican woman. I don't think Jamaican women, I don't assume that they are masculine. But yo, suck your mother's blood clot, all that. And that right there, this is the turnoff. What man making that kind of money is going to deal with this? Seriously. What man who works 60 to 70 to 80 hours a week is going to come home and want to deal with this? All that, I want a man and do this and do that, but your baby daddy wasn't shit. He wasn't. And you expect a man who is better than your baby daddy, who is better than your ex-husband, who's making this paper, working out here to get it. You want him to come home and deal with an attitude like that when y'all have a disagreement? This is on camera. This is in front of a public audience. So I know if it's like this on camera to another woman on another woman's platform, another black woman's platform, I can only imagine the hell that the man would get. Young man, this is why you need to avoid certain women like the plague. And I don't want y'all to twist this like it's a black woman thing. It's not. These two women just happen to be black. Right? Because trust and believe, there are white women, Mexican women who have the same attitude, Japanese women, and everything like that. It's not just a black thing, but still, young men, pay attention to Kendra's shows. Y'all need to be watching her shows. These are not just shows, these are warnings, because when you watch Kevin Samuels, some people go in already on tip with bad faith arguments. When you watch Kendra as another woman, to me, their guards are let down. They're willing to open up more. And fortunately, Kendra doesn't automatically entertain the dumb shit. They're not going to just come up on her show with 5 children by 5 different men saying they want this type of man, and Kendra lets it slide. She checks that a lot of the time, and I have to respect her for that. I have to put some respect on her name for that. Real talk. This is why every man in America needs to be putting respect on Kendra G's name. Because, not for the record, not just black women call into the show. I saw a white girl the other day. White women call this show too, and white men. So this is why I say all men need to really be putting some respect on Kendra G's name. Salute to this woman. She is doing you a service right now. She is saving a potential generation of men, if you ask me. I hope this show runs for another 20 years. Real talk. I hope she gets millions and millions and millions of subscribers, because she deserves it with this. I could not talk to these type of women day in and day out. I could not do it. My patience will be gone. And these dudes, because these dudes be calling in on some crazy shit too. I couldn't talk to them all the time. I would be done first week.
Right. Suck your mother. That's what I said.
Suck your mother. That's what she said. No problem saying it when it's thousands of people, hundreds of people watching. No problem. Suck your mother. Who's going to sign up for that?
What was that? So whoever is talking about, oh, she's not a real Jamaican. No. Right. Like, seriously? Why am I not a real Jamaican? Because I'm single? What does that even mean? I saw somebody said, oh, she a Jamaican woman like money. I don't like anybody's money because I have my own. I don't need anybody's money.
I know
I'm
you
on
don't need
here.
anybody's money.
Right. I'm on here because I just don't want to be single. And I'm like, oh, I like Kendra's show. I'm like, so let me get on. Why not? And I was happy that you was on in the middle of the night. So I was like, ah, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, why not? But these people, I'm gonna have to read these comments and comment like after.
If you're focused on finding a man, why are you worried about the comments? If your main goal is to find you a dude, why are you worried about the comments? You should not be worried about the comments. If your purpose is to find you a man, you dig? Let's continue.
No, listen, and I apologize if I'm coming hard on you, but I think after
You're
like
not. You're not. I like your questions because it brings clarification. It's fine.
well, I just
Not a
think
problem.
women. I think women in general, and something I had to learn myself too is
Right.
you gotta start. The unfortunate thing is this: in hosting this show, when a guy comes on that makes a certain amount of money and is attractive, he hits me the next day and says, "Kendra, I had 2,000 women hit me up." So if a guy has 2,000 women, he gonna pick what he want. He gonna get exactly what he want. If he got
Right.
2,000 women, now I am a girl's girl.
Fellas, Kendra is pretty much telling you what every red pill content creator has been saying for decades. Work on yourself, work on your body, get your money, get your paper, and you'll have your pick of the litter. Point blank, period. I see so many chicks talking about, oh, they don't want to date independent, which is cool. That's what you want to be. But never in my lifetime have I seen so many. I wish I had somebody to split the bills with women in my life. for the guys that do come on Kendra's show that say they want to take care of a woman, they don't want her to work, they want her to be housewives and everything like that, they be flooding them comments. Oh, I wish that was me. Oh, I wish I had somebody to take care of me. Oh, this, oh, that. They be flooding them. So don't ever let nobody tell you that taking care and having a housewife is going out of style, that covering all the bills is going out of styles. It's not. The problem is, and what the real issue is a lot of these women will never even have the opportunity to know what it's like to be taken care of. That is the harsh reality. You don't even have the option, ma'am. You won't even know what it's like to be taken care of in your lifetime. That's a harsh reality to look at TV and to watch movies and to be sold a fantasy just to understand that, damn, the chances of me actually being taken care of like that are slim to none. Just from sheer numbers. Not because she's a bad person or anything like that, but just speaking from a total numbers perspective, they don't even have the opportunity. So we'll do something to make us feel good about ourselves, and we'll create the independent movement and everything like that. And like, don't get me wrong, if you're a woman, you should know how to make your own paper. Even if you are a housewife, you need to have some sort of business going to where you work from home, or you need to have something. You need to have the ability to be able to generate income if something happens. We don't want a lazy ass woman. You feel what I'm saying? Being a housewife is just not, I mean, if you got kids and everything like that, then that's one thing, but it's not about just being lazy. There's levels to it, and it's things that comes along with that. Let's continue.
I have plenty of women up here who I think are beautiful, educated, well-spoken, quality women. They don't ever hit me and say, I had 2,000 men hit me up. It's a different ballgame.
Kendra is telling the damn truth today. And see, this is what bothers a lot of successful women. Because they do, a woman can go outside and anybody, a man, to have sex with you. You can get any man to have sex with you. But to have a man take care of you is a whole different situation. And I think this is why a lot of people get confused. Well, yeah, I've dated a millionaire, but that's it. He smashed. That's it. And I don't care what nobody says. These women want to be taken care of. It's nothing wrong with that, ladies. It's nothing wrong. I don't want a woman that works as many hours as me. That is a turnoff to me. I don't want her out here working 60, 70 hours a week. That's not attractive to me. No. So nothing wrong. I want to be taken care of. You just got to be the representation of what you actually asked for. And be logical with your decision making.
So I just feel like sometimes the type of guy that you as yourself would date, when you make it about money, you change the ball game. I think you should make it about character, because I think the character of the guy should be more important to you, and y'all can build together, and
Right.
you can help make him make that money. But when you leave with the money, you're leading with something that you told me yourself. You told me yourself you dated these type of men, and it never worked out in a long-term situation.
Right.
So maybe at this moment, money shouldn't be the first thing. It should be about the character of a guy, and that's something that you should focus on. If you want companionship.
Right, right. Understandable. That's understandable.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I just want, and I know that everyone's saying, I don't want no broke guy. Okay, so don't have a broke guy. Have a rich guy you're gonna share. Like, what do you want me to do? Do y'all not see what's happening?
Oh, no, I didn't see that part. I had cut it off by this point, but I didn't see that part. Will y'all put some respect on Kendra G's name one time, please? I had to take a sip of water for Kendra. Put some respect. She said, if you, all y'all women complaining about you don't want a rich guy, I mean, you don't want a broke guy, well, get a rich one and share him. You sharing the broke niggas anyway. You might as well get something out of it. I'm playing. Not all rich dudes have multiple women, but that was funny. I didn't see that one. That took me by surprise. He said, "You all complaining about being with a broke man. Well, get a rich one and share it." Let me see. I'm gonna play that one more time just so I can make sure I heard.
A rich guy, you're gonna share. Like everyone's saying, I don't want no. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I just want, and I know that everyone's saying I don't want no broke guy. Okay, so don't have a broke guy. Have a rich guy. You're gonna share. Like, what do you want me to do? Do y'all not see what's happening?
Get a rich guy, you gonna share. Lord have mercy. Listen, I've had women say that, yeah, they'll be one of many for a rich guy. Yeah, it's the lifestyle. Chicks tired of working 60 hours a week, bodies breaking down and shit like that. Yeah, of course. Of course.
All the
Right.
rich men know. All the rich men know every woman wants them. You think because you have a degree, he's only gonna sleep with you? Are you silly?
Right. Never.
He's gonna
Never.
sleep with plenty of women. And there's no judgment. I'm just saying, whatever you decide you want, accept it. Don't
Right.
try to change him to make him something that you know he's not gonna be. I think you're awesome, but I'm also a person that doesn't have a penis, right? Most women are
You
gonna
don't
think you're
matter.
awesome. It's not about that, you know what I'm saying? I think you're
Right.
awesome. I think you're beautiful. I think you're great. I think any guy that has you is lucky. But I'm not a guy. I'm not a person with a penis.
Right.
I'm a girl with a vagina. So I'm gonna salute you because you're a female. What we gotta start having real talk conversation with is, if we're all these things, why don't these guys settle down then? Why are they not looking at the things the way we're looking at it?
Right.
Okay, somebody, but I appreciate you. Let's
Well-
give your IG. Anybody that disagrees, you're welcome to come on. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. You can definitely come on and share your opinion. But in the meantime, let's get your IG. What's your IG, boo?
It's Jamaican chocolate. It's JAMAICAN. AIC
JAMAICANCHO
CLT.
CL.
Bitch, you gonna
I don't forget.
right. Me too. Yo, somebody said die alone. Bitch, you gonna
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that shit either. You're not gonna die alone. I feel like
Oh God. Somebody told her to die alone. Oh Lord. All right. Well, that was it. That was it for the video. For the reaction of that. What's up, Ted? What's up, Ted? Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's levels to life. Point blank, period. And there are some things, there are just some things that some things that are just gonna happen, some things that are not gonna happen. But I think we all have the opportunity, we all can have the opportunity to find happiness. It's just where are you seeking the happiness at? Because I believe there is a man out there for that woman. I do believe that. But I think it just comes with realism and being realistic in the choices. And again, I don't agree that all of the men who are rich that are making six figures and above and is millionaires and all that and is millionaires and all that. I don't believe that they just out here cheating, slanging. I don't believe that. I really don't. Do you have those men out there? 100%. But I don't believe that's all men that are like that in that situation. Because like I told y'all earlier, a lot of the dudes that have the most time be the broke dudes. Them be the niggas you sharing. Real talk. But guess what? A lot of them don't have a problem with that. A lot of them don't have a problem with that. So, if Kendra G sees this, I'm predicting now that her channel is going to blow up. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I think she is going, if she continues down this path that she's going, it's going to blow up. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger than a lot of other channels out here because Kendra, she doesn't, and y'all know me, I don't mind pick me's. I like pick me's. Pick me's win, but she doesn't come off as the stereotypical pick me, right? with her being successful. She not saying that pick me's are not, but she is very successful in her own in her own career. She's doing what she's doing. She clearly doesn't need a man, but she's able to talk to women on a level that Kevin Samuels and male content creators just can't. You know what I'm saying? And I think with her being a sister and her being a dark skinned sister, that matters because a lot of those women can see themselves within her. They can see themselves. Sometimes when you have exotic looking women and all that kind of stuff, a lot of black women feel like they are not represented. And I feel like Kendra represents for the sister, for a lot of sisters that look like her. You dig what I'm saying? I feel like it's almost the Michelle Obama effect. Michelle Obama looked like a sister. She didn't look like she was from some other place, Dominican Republic. She looked like a sister, and a lot of black women could relate to that because they saw themselves in her. That is why her channel is going to blow up among men and women because she is going to get to a level. She's going to get to a level that certain male content creators just simply could not get to, being the fact that she is a woman. She is a woman and she can talk to them, but she will check the dumb shit. Just give it time. She's going to blow up. Give it time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all rocking with me this morning. It was a great show. Nurses, man, y'all just got to be more realistic. Female nurses and men, watch Kendra G's channel. She is conducting these master classes on a weekly basis. Please pay attention. All right. Well, that's it for me today. I'm about to go get a haircut, going to the carnival later on today, and it's gonna be a good day. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bid you adieu. Peace.